And we're on.
Yep. Yay. Hello. No one's watching yet, but hello. We are live. We're going to discuss week 6 of Dancing with the Stars. Forgive me, I had a shower, so my hair's not very good right now. So this is why I'm wearing this. I was hoping for something more to do with boy bands versus girl groups, but like there isn't really any hat. I don't really have any hats, like any boy bands or anything. So this works. This does not mean I'm supporting Bonner, by the way, because I know I wore this for him before. But like, I don't know. I just thought it was funny because like if we take one horn off and put it on the top, it can be a unicorn. That kind of fits tonight.
There you go. There you go.
So imagine this is a unicorn hat, everybody. Yeah. Okay, so I guess we can get started. So this was week 6, so we're over halfway through the competition. Although I know like most of the best dances of the season come like week 8 and later. So like, we did get a perfect score tonight, so we can talk about that. But yeah, so tonight was boy band versus girl group tonight, and I know everyone wants to talk about the end. Like,
we'll get there. We'll get there.
So let's talk about the beginning. So
we'll get there.
There was no opening number. They just kind of walked out and posed. That was fine. Nice and
yeah, it was
considering
okay.
we didn't even get time really to talk to the eliminated people, I'm glad maybe we didn't have an opening number because that would have taken up more time and whatnot. So I guess technically the opening number was Simone's dance because she danced first for the first time all season. She was in the first hour.
Yeah, for the first time all season, Simone. Well, I mean, she was like in the middle for a couple weeks, but she's mostly danced in second hour. She did the samba.
Second hour.
True. But she did the samba to Survivor by Destiny's Child tonight. She got 9.899 and
35.
Yeah, so she got a 35 tonight. I liked this dance from her. I think my favorite dance from Sasha tends to be the sambas. I really like the choreography. I thought her technique was nice. I really liked the choreography for this. There was just something off for me about her facial expressions, and I don't know if anybody else felt the same way about that, but like, I felt like she was just smiling too much through it. Like, I feel like it was very, I guess static is the word I'm looking for in her facial expressions. Like, I wish she wouldn't have just smiled. I wish her face would have changed because I felt like she was doing that through the entire dance. Did you see this one?
I saw okay, I was eating dinner. Like, I had a late dinner tonight. And so, like, the TV was facing the other way because my parents were watching tonight's episode. And I saw her from the side, so I could tell I liked the choreo. I know there was, like, a bit of a timing issue once. I think I spotted that. I didn't really see her facial expressions, but I pretty much know what you're talking about. She's had that problem for most of the dance. Well, she hasn't had that problem since, like, week 3, maybe. So, like, it kind of came back tonight, although this was a hard dance. I know she's not the only gymnast who's had this problem. I'm glad if she's having this problem, it's the smiling version and not like resting bitch face, because I think that at least is having fun. And I did notice for most of the night, except for when they announced that big announcement near the end, she was smiling for most of the night. She seemed very comfortable. This was the first time she had a real interview with Aaron. Her practice was pretty positive. It was funny. It was like one of the more, there's a lot of serious practice tonight. This one was really funny. Like, she went and like she called Rashad sexy. And she was like,
"Me too, girl."
Talking about like see the way she's gonna find herself. Like, I found much of what she's saying relatable because I'm also 20 and like I'm like maybe 1 or 2 dates. So like I find her relatable. So I think it's cool that we have like 2 20-year-olds and it's kind of different, although from her. But that's what the focus on Simone seems to be. But yeah, I'm glad like if this was like she had to go first tonight, and like I guess the dance wasn't as good as she's been the past couple weeks. Like, it wasn't bad from what I saw, and I should really watch it, like, not sides. But, I'm glad she got to, like, be treated properly by the judges, and, like, because I thought her score was pretty fair, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought her score was
fair. I like the interview with Aaron. Everyone just seemed to be having fun. It was like a positive vibe for her tonight, which was good because a lot of people got negative vibes. So even going first, I think hopefully she'll be safe next week. She's 4th now, 3rd from the top of the leaderboard. But I know like the margins are getting small starting with his team dances.
Right. Yeah, I really like this number, and I like what you said about having Simone and Normani on the show, having 2 20-year-olds, because I'm 20 as well, and like I like seeing. Like, they're both 20 years old, but they're both like really, really different, like personality-wise, and I love that. I love diversity on the show. I really do, and I think that they're 2 opposite ends of a spectrum, but they're both really, really relatable.
I also like that despite their differences, like they're becoming like the closest friendship this season, I think, between celebrities. Like they're always like supporting each other. They're like, yay! And meanwhile, everyone's like, oh no, Normani versus Simone. They're like, yay!
They are a very cute friendship. They are. But yeah.
They're so great. I mean, like I'm so happy for them. Yay!
Yeah.
Who was next?
Hang on. It was super positive. I'm glad they started the show. Next was Bonner and Sharna. They did the rumba.
Yay!
Here's the thing.
Oh,
Okay, really
quick. This dance was like the one I've been looking forward to for seasons. Like the rumba to I Want It That Way. I was hoping Nick Carter was going to do this because he did 2 Backstreet dances, but they were pretty much the same. Like I Want It That Way and do like or even contemporary for him or rumba or whatever. So I was glad this was happening, but I'm really, really not happy who it went to. Like he wasn't worthy.
Okay. So I'll be honest, don't have a lot of notes for this one, mainly because I, along with literally everybody else, was under the impression that Bonner was leaving tonight. So I have 4 notes written here. I didn't bother because like in my mind it was pointless because he's leaving anyway. Like I like the concept and I like the choreography that Sharna did. I feel like he didn't really move in the first half. He started moving more in the second half and it was fine. My last 2 notes are meh, and he's leaving, so why bother?
So like it's funny because earlier this week, like all week, mostly Claire and I actually have been talking about who's gonna leave. This is at Claire Charnas on Twitter. By the way, for those watching. So we were discussing because I'm not gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys at the end of the season. I take notes on who gets the most attention on Facebook, and I'm not going to get into it because I know people are going to be like, okay, let's go to Facebook and like skew it in favor of this person. Not that it's actually going to change anything like of who's voting or anything, but like I don't know, I want like more accurate results. So Bonner did okay this week. He wasn't great. He's been kind of slipping, so we're like, well, maybe it's him because like he might not. I thought like Nick and Heather, who were the other 2 we were the most worried about because we knew David was going to pass him. We knew Rashad was going to stay ahead of him. So like, shot to stay was beating either Nick or Heather, and like, because well, Nick did pretty well in the thing. Heather didn't do so well this week, so we're like, well, maybe, and we're not sure. And so like, I guess like, so at first I thought like, okay, it's probably Nick was my first guess, and then I was thinking maybe Heather or even Nancy, and then like somehow like halfway through the week, Twitter convinced me Bonner was leaving, so I'm like, okay, well it's Bonner, yay, Bonner's leaving. And then like the show comes on tonight, and I'm like, okay, well they're being kind of mean to Bonner, or like not mean, but like they're being normal, they're being harsh. The package wasn't anything to imply he's going, so I'm like, okay. And then I thought it was Nick, but we'll get to Nick in a minute. But like, I'm like, okay, he got the 7s. I'm like, okay, he's safe. That was good. But
yeah.
Which I agree with the 7s. Maybe 1 for this. I don't know. It was just very simple, very kindergarten-y, I guess. And I know Rumba's more of a woman dance, and it's hard for the men to do really well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was fine. Like he didn't totally botch it. It just wasn't anything special, and I wanted this to be special. So,
yeah,
I want him gone next week. It's not gonna happen. He's ahead of Nick, isn't he?
Yeah. Okay. Something I want to talk about really, really quick. His scores.
He got the bottom, right? Yeah.
Right. 2 things I want to talk about pertaining to Bonner really, really quick. He got 2 8s and 2 7s for this, and I have this saved in my draft. I didn't tweet it out because I was tweeting other things, but I saw a lot of people complaining that he was getting 8s, and at the time I was just about to tweet out like, yeah, let's just let him have his 8s, guys. He's leaving later. We can just let him have his 8s. He's not leaving. Really glad I didn't tweet that out then. But the other thing I want to talk about really quick is that I was having this conversation with my sister, and for him to be safe tonight, that means that he probably beat Nick and Heather in votes from last week.
He might not have beaten Nick.
He might not have beaten Nick.
I think he kind of did, though. I have a feeling he did. And maybe Nancy.
Right, but at the same time, like, it was. I just find that really interesting, like, you know, that he beat Heather of all people in votes. Like, at least beat
I'm not surprised he beat Heather in votes. I was kind of surprised Heather didn't beat Nick. I know it's the Bachelor thing. I think most of Nick's fans, from what I've seen, from what I've looked on Facebook and everywhere, most of Nick's fans are PETA fans voting for Nick. But yeah, so I was so kind of surprised that, like, I don't know, I'm not surprised he beat Heather and Nick, but I'm surprised, like, Nick wasn't the lowest because I thought Heather would beat him. You know, it is what it is in that sense. Right now, Bonner's safe, so I don't know.
I am
I
fascinated.
had Bonner.
I am fascinated and I
Go
am
ahead.
horrified at the fact that, well, I'm not horrified, but I'm fascinated by the fact that Bonner is safe. I'm horrified by the fact that Heather left. I have a lot of feelings about tonight, guys, but we're going to get into them later.
Yeah. Okay. I had Bonner in top 5 since week 1, based on what I mean. Yeah, I think top 5. Yeah, because at the beginning of the season, I split the cast like in the top half and the bottom half. Especially after like the first night in response, um, Bonner was in the top half, so I guess I'm not that surprised to say because he was really popular from the beginning. As I usually say, you gotta hit the people at the right times. You gotta hit their, you gotta make an impact right time. The right times usually week 1, most memorable year, maybe kind of Disney night if you have a good dance. Like basically, if you have a good dance in the first half of the season, like a really good dance, you can maybe connect with them. But yeah, and the last week. So the first week came. Bonner was very popular the first week. Most memorable year. He talked about his injury. He was last. He danced last. That's when you got to do well, and he's still here. And he's beating people who maybe didn't make as much of an impact those weeks.
The other thing I want to say really quick, so people that have been watching the show since like really, really early seasons are gonna have to fill me in. He is not the first bull rider to do the show. The first one who did
Ty Murray, season 8.
Timer.
He went far because he was likable. Like Ty Murray, I didn't actually like. I don't think I saw the full season, but like I've seen some of them. He was actually like a likable guy. He had a good relationship with his partner. It wasn't a showmance. He had Chelsea Hightower. And I think Chelsea Hightower was kind of young for him because Chelsea's not even 30 yet. I don't think so. Like she would have been pretty young in season 8. And Ty's older than Bonner. I think. Even in season 8, Ty's older than Bonner is now. I'm pretty sure.
How is his dance? Because I've only seen like 2 or 3 dances of his, and they were all just kind of okay.
I don't think he was that great a dancer, but it was his personality that came through. I think he came in like.
Did he make the semifinals?
Top 4 or top 5? I don't know. He was top 4 or top 5.
Okay. I find that really interesting. Like I know, like I haven't seen much of him, but I'm sure he is a likable guy, and I just find that interesting.
Any other thoughts on Bonner other than I want him gone next week? I kind of feel like he might be safe again.
This is what scares me for next week is that at the current bottom of the leaderboard, bottom 3 are Nick, David, and Bonner. With Nick at the bottom of the leaderboard, I'm worried. I am most worried for him next week because
I think Nick's going home next week. Probably. I imagine Bonner's beating him. David's beating him. David's taking ahead. Bonner will probably stay ahead. I'm a little curious about the ladies, particularly Nancy. She's been getting kind of bashed on Facebook tonight, especially because she was the last club safe and then Heather went home. So I guess they assumed she was in bottom 2 for real with her, which I don't think that was the case. Maybe, but like I don't think that was the case. But hopefully, I was hoping that would like help her votes, but maybe not. And I'm like, I guess I'm a little worried for Simone because she went first. But like I haven't seen much support for anyone because everyone's complaining on Facebook right now about who got eliminated or who should have been eliminated or whatever. She should go next week. I've only seen like a little support for Normani and a little support for Simone.
That's interesting.
So I haven't really seen anything else yet. So, but yeah, so hopefully it's good for them. I'm hoping it's a guy next week just because like we just lost a girl and I think the 3 girls left are really good. Nancy was next, I think, or was it Nick?
Yeah, Nancy was next to the Paso Doble to the most iconic Paso Doble song of all time on the show, Free Your Mind.
Free Your Mind!
It is the most, for those of you who may not know, which is probably like 2 of you, they brought this up in the package, but the song that they did, Free Your Mind, was used back when Mel B and Max did the show, and it is by far the most iconic Paso Doble of all time to ever be done on the show. It is just perfection in every way. If you've never seen it, please go YouTube it immediately. Your life will change.
Guess who else did Free Your Mind?
You're like,
Sabrina.
Oh,
interesting.
Very interesting. But they did the Paso Doble tonight. They got a 9 and 3/8. I don't really have a lot of notes on this either. Like, obviously, like nothing's gonna ever top Mel, but it was in sync, I thought. And the thing about this dance is, for me, it was just kind of a crescendo. Like, it started out like really soft for me, like the bits about spinning around the key, and then it just kind of got better and better and better as it went on. By the end, I was just like, wow, I love that. And
she did pretty well. Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, I didn't love it at the beginning, but I grew to love it throughout it. Throughout the dance. I thought it needed a little bit more punch, I guess, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really did like it. And at that point of the night, it was my favorite dance I'd seen. But we'll get to what my favorite dance of the night was later.
Because I haven't really seen Simone's, so like I can't really compare it to that. But I saw it was better than Bonner's, which obviously it was gonna be. But yeah, I think she was fine. Her face was tough, and I wish she had a little bit more range in her face. Like again, like you were saying with Simone, which I haven't seen yet, which I can assume.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I know she kept it like a tough face all the time, so it wasn't that bad. But it's like, I don't know, at some point you're like, or like moves her mouth. That like her face looks frozen. It looks like almost frozen in fear. I don't know. I want to talk about this package real quick. Like, what did you think of it? Because I wasn't really sure what it was supposed to be telling us.
I'm not sure either. I feel like they're giving her almost the same package every week, and it's really annoying me.
It's getting to that point, yeah. Arden's reaction at the time. As bad as he did other seasons. Like other seasons, it was really bad. He would like tell them to stop. I'm glad he explained to her like the time, like he's fine. I'm glad he said don't apologize because like that's not something to apologize for. I'd be calling him an asshole right now if he did. But I don't know. It was fine. I think Arden was probably the best choreographer of the season. So good job there. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I hope she's safe next week. The thing is, I fear what if they give one of the three on the bottom, like the guys on the bottom immunity, and then it's her going home.
Yeah.
Like, what if Nick gets immunity? What then?
If Nick gets immunity next week, I will change my act to something absolutely ridiculous. I will take suggestions.
Oh my gosh. Did you see what Adrian was going to do?
Adrian was going to change. Okay, so somebody on Twitter, Adrian, she said, Bonner goes home tonight. I'm going to change my act to pure Bonner Bolton. And
I'm like, by this point I was convinced he was going home. Like, yeah, he's leaving. Yeah, I can't wait. And then it's like, oh.
Like, interesting. I will change my act to something absolutely ridiculous if Nick Viall gets immunity next week. Imagine that. I will take suggestions all week.
What style would he do that? Like, he might be good at Argentine tango, I think.
He has what'd you say?
If he gets Argentine tango or he already got jazz. Argentine tango might get him immunity. Maybe. Like, that's the only dance I can think of that would even possibly get him it. So
perhaps.
Like, I don't see him getting immunity like Paso or what else. Does he have to do samba still? Yeah, he won't get with that. Salsa, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Nick, he was next. And he got an interesting package because when I saw this package, I'm like, oh no, he's going home.
See, I kind of thought that's watching the package, and then they kind of got hosed with the critiques and scores, and I was just like, he's not going home. Well, it was really funny. I'm going to tell you guys a story. So I have this friend named Christine who watches the show, and she really loves Nick and Peta, and she tweeted out something to the effect of, wow, I really hope they don't go home tonight. Oh, no. Sorry. I tweeted out something like, the good news is, everybody, Nick Viall is not going home tonight. The bad news is he's probably gone next week. And my friend Christine asked me, well, what makes you think that they're safe this week? And I said, normally the judges are a lot nicer with their scores and their critiques if they're going home. And I said, it's Bonner going home tonight. You watch, Christine. It'll be Bonner gone tonight. No.
But you're right about the judges being nice, which we'll get to with the person who left. There was a little bit of that, which I think, and I'll get to that in a second because there's something I noticed. But with Nick, yeah, like as soon as the judges came, I was so confused about who's gonna go home tonight. Because like Bonner comes out and then he gets sevens, and then like I'm like, okay, it's probably him. And then Nick comes out with this package. I'm like, hey, yeah, it's him. And then he gets all sevens, and I'm like, they what? Like, how you can't be going home now? Like, what's going on tonight? And then like I don't know, this job was fine. This is when I missed like half the dance, so like, I think you need to point his toes more.
Yeah. I don't really have a lot written down for this one either, just because I was like adding my friends while this was happening. I said it was fun. I said more pointed feet, and I feel like I don't know. From what, like, I was pretty much, like, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to this dance, and I really regret not doing that because apparently it was really cute. But I felt like you could see that he was concentrating on trying to do the steps right, and he was less emotive, if that makes any sense.
I noticed that with like most of the people this week, except for maybe 2, maybe 3.
Yeah,
like Simone, from what I hear, was doing that. Bonner was doing that. Was Normani next?
Yeah. So nothing else on Nick and Peta. Just they were fine.
Not really. He might go home next week. He might not, because maybe Bachelor people are voting for him. Maybe they like Peta. Because Max went home. Maybe they're voting for Peta.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a really good point. People that.
How far is he above? How is he far as he? Okay, what's the leaderboard right now? Like the bottom 3, because I know it's 3 of the guys.
The bottom 3 on the leaderboard from worst. So worst score of the night was Nick. Second worst was David, and third worst was Bonner. Those three are.
How much between Nick and Bonner? Because let's be real, David's safe.
Between Nick and Bonner, 2 points. Is it 2 points? Yeah, because Nick got straight 7s, and no, it's more like 4 points because Bonner got.
I mean, it's like.
No, it's 2 points. Guys, I'm so bad at math. Guys, I'm so frazzled after this elimination. I'm just toast. Bonner got 7, and Nick got straight 7. So Bonner's 2 points ahead of Nick.
So Bonner's 2 points ahead of Nick. So Nick might be able to beat him. I don't know though.
We'll see. It'll be interesting to see who goes next.
We're going to see a bunch of Bonner got underscored, and we'll Nick too. I'm going to be interested in seeing who goes home next week. Going to be on the line. But yeah. So I don't think Nick's gonna get it though, but someone who might get it is Normani.
Okay, really quickly, I have to shut up about Bonner, but I feel like I have to shut up about Bonner. But one more really quick thought: I bet the judges thought he was going home tonight, and that's why they gave him 8s. Just a thought.
Maybe, I don't know.
Just a thought. Okay, I'm sorry.
I think last week, like Pierce said last week, they probably thought Nick was going home, which is why he got 9s. Because I'm like, what?
I mean, last week I thought for a couple split seconds that Nick was going home too because he got 9s. I was thinking that too.
Okay, so now we're on to the next person.
Normani. All right.
Salsa. They had a nice package. It was cute. It was how excited she is to be on the show. Fun. She did the dance. I really liked it. Everyone thought the construction was work from home because that's Normani's song. But it was actually When I Grow Up, and they did do construction sets for that. And I was grateful to the band because usually I don't like the band, like when they cover stuff because they botched a lot of stuff tonight. I'm glad they made it clear they were singing about groupies. Because
talking about this since
I know they mentioned it in the package too.
Yeah, we've been talking about this.
I thought you would make a joke about that lyric, but I'm like, first hour, it's probably too early for that.
Stars fans have been talking about this all week. Everybody. 100% people who heard When I Grew Up as a kid misheard that line, that one word. Every single person, including me.
I wanted a low-key boob grab just as like a reference to the lyric or the fake lyric, but like, I don't know. Like I wanted like something like when they like do that, like they I know that's a move sometimes girl groups do. But yeah, so I really liked this dance a lot. I thought it was very good. She was very good at the salsa. The lifts were great. I know she had a lot of solo work, but I actually think the solo work, everyone was saying this hip hop, but it looked more like solo salsa because I know there's lots of classes, even people do like in communities and stuff like solo salsa lessons, and that's kind of what it looks like. I didn't mind that too much. What did you think?
Yeah, I agree with that. I really loved this one. It was my second favorite of the night easily. The salsa bits I loved, and the breakdown I loved. Here's the thing. I'm glad that this got 10s, but I low key agree with Len about it needed a little bit more salsa. But that doesn't mean I love it because I did. It is. Normani continually does some of my favorite dances of the season. Like at the end of the season, I'm gonna do like maybe like a top 10 or 15 dances of the season, and like half of them are gonna be Normani's, honestly.
I love her. I think my top 5. I was making a top 5 list, and then like I didn't post it because then they dropped the bomb about Jeopardy. But I had I think I had 2 Normani dances in my top 5. I'm not sure. I think it was like 2 Normani, 1 Heather, 1 Simone, and 1 Rashad. like two or three each from those people, maybe one from Nancy or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rashad might have only one. Sorry, Rashad.
Yeah,
so it was good.
I love.
Yeah, I guess
I loved
it's
it.
438. That's good. I mean, I was kind of expecting to get a 40 until like they did the hip hop part, and I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
like I'm not gonna like this. But
Yeah.
yeah, she got a 38. Good score. Good job. She'll be safe next week. I'm not worried about her.
No, definitely don't be worried about Normani, kids. I mean, continue to vote for her, please, by all means.
Was David and Lindsay, and I thought this one was underscored.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it, but I might agree with you, because I've only seen it once, and it was just on the show. They did the Argentine Tango.
Sit down, pay attention to this point. Also, a couple in the second half, but yeah, go ahead.
They did the Argentine Tango. They got 7, 8, 7, 7. I do want to shout really quickly after we finish with David. I want to talk about Nick Carter as a guest judge because, man, I think we've been making this joke that if Bindi was ever a guest judge, she would just be giving 10s to everybody, and I feel like Nick was just so happy and he was so delighted to be there, and he was just like giving out the nice scores tonight. Like I love him. I do. I heart him. I want him back.
Yeah, he's just a really cool guy. I feel like during his season, like they gave him weird edits sometimes, and he got kind of overshadowed by the whole Bindi train.
Yeah.
Which is the same with a few people, actually. But yeah, I'm glad like he got to come and like have a moment with the guest judge. They picked him for an appropriate week, which is good because I know people were complaining about him, but he actually knows something about this. Like people complained about Idina Menzel last season, but she knows something about Broadway. She was able to.
Right.
Was in a group with Derek and Mark, so I guess that's like a boy band / girl group, like the 2B, 1B, but like that wasn't like really a thing.
Right.
Like really like that. So I guess him being there instead of Julianne was probably like, I mean, Julianne's a better dance judge, but like he could judge the boy band girl group thing. So I guess it makes sense. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
Good job, Nick. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I liked him.
Back to not Normani.
David.
Still on Normani? Oh, we're still on David now.
David.
This is Argentine Tango. I thought he did fine. I know he's really nervous in the package. Like they gave him a bad package this week. And like I've seen people complaining about like his behavior on Facebook. I think he's gonna be fine. Personally, I think he'll be fine. He should be safe. I think he's got lots of voters. I think this dance deserved 8s.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch. I mean, the one thing that sticks out to me about this dance was that moment when he lifted Lindsay over his head and he was shook a little bit, and I thought he was gonna drop her, but he.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that. But, yeah, the landing was kind of rough, but you know it was fine. I think this was like, one of his better dances actually. Like this compared to like Vianney's walk when he was traveling on the floor, like I thought he was a lot better or less shaky.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. I really like the choreography for this. Like people have been saying all week, like how's this gonna be an Argentine tango? How's it gonna work? Listen, if there's ever a pro on Dancing with the Stars who can take music that is inappropriate for a dance style and make it work, it is Lindsay Arnold. She can do it.
Hotel California.
The Hotel California Argentine Tango is proof of this. Like, listen, Lindsay Arnold can do just about anything. She can. I really love the choreography for this. I thought it was one of his best dances, definitely. Like, I mean, I like him as a person. I do. He's one of the weaker dancers, but just you can't help but love the guy. You really can't. I do. I really like him as a person.
I mean, I know a lot of people were complaining about him being there over Heather. Like, I'm like, when the season first started, like after the percent, I'm like, okay, so Heather's not going to go this early, but David's going to beat her. David will be there longer than she will.
Mm-hmm. And
so yeah, that's the case. Although I wasn't expecting Heather to leave quite that early. I did think I think David's making it to week 9, at least, if not the last week.
I mean, there's no way he's going next week. There's no way. He can't. He's
not. Nick's not going to pass him in votes, let's be real. Yeah. And he's probably going to pass Bonner. Like, David's going to pass Bonner.
Yeah. Listen, guys.
I'm not sure. I think he might pass Nancy. I don't know.
He might
maybe even Simone.
He might.
Like, I don't know exactly what they are. But, like, I don't know what they are meaning in terms of votes you need to cover the spread. I think he could, like, I don't know, maybe he's beating everybody. I don't know, kind of. But like he's beating like at least 2 people, he'll be fine. Because really, you want to beat at least 2 people going into next week because it's immunity. So in case one person you beat got immunity, cushion.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
have that cushion. So for sure you want to do that. The next dance. You got anything else to say on this?
It was no, I'm done with David and Lindsay. They were fine.
Rashad and Emma doing a tango.
Doing the tango. So first and foremost, I would like to say thank you for no more EDM tangos, Dancing with the Stars. Thank you.
Yay! It was something different. We got a really weird. We got a pretty flashy paso though. Like all the lights paso. That was like blinding. I forgot to say that. But the tango, this was good. Like I really like this. I'm pretty. It got some. It got at least 110, right?
It got 110. Nick Carter gave the 10. Nick Carter, my main man.
Okay. So like, yeah, I thought this was good. I thought this was. I kind of missed part of it, I guess.
Yeah. I thought it was really good. I don't think it deserved all 10s. I think 1 or 2 would have been fine. Thank you, Nick Carter, for that 110. You rock. Because I feel like I feel like there was a moment where he like lost his frame a little bit. Like Len said something about that, and I totally agreed with that.
I missed that. I have to rewatch.
Yeah, I feel like, but I mean, like the intensity of the tango was definitely there. Like you could just see it on his face. Like he was just so into it. He was just killing it, facial expression wise. I just couldn't take my eyes off of his face.
For sure.
Yeah, I loved the beginning part when it was just him and the 3 other guys just standing on the stage doing like the Four Seasons moves. Like that was cool.
Just let him show range, I think, which was good.
What was that?
It let him show emotional range and like performance ability range. Because the beginning was so like happy, and then he had to do tango, which was more intense.
Yeah,
so I think this is a really good showcase for him.
Yeah, it was a really good showcase for him.
Like people say it's boring, and this is a really good one for him.
I agree with that. I mean, there were
fun dances. I was worried about because Rashad needs more fun dances.
Yes,
like, giant. Next week, I'm pretty sure it's a given that someone's gonna get. I don't want to sit whatever the song's called from 50 Shades Darker. I think if he gets that one, no, please don't give it to him. He can handle it. Like the sexiness is fine. We just need a more fun dance from him. Like I hope he gets like comedy or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking like I know they already did this, and I know that this. Whenever I think of this, I think of them doing it on Glee, and Heather did this. It makes me sad now because she's not gonna get to do it, but she already did a job anyway. Shout from Animal House, although I know Amy and Derek did it, and that was really good. But like, it's been a while. We can do it again. For like a comedy movie, I was hoping Rashad could maybe do that.
That's a good idea, actually. That's
that. Dream dance. I just realized, like, I was realizing this earlier in the week. Well, actually, no. We're gonna save that for the end for next week. Even though it's gonna be hard because we have a lot to talk about at the end of the show.
Right.
Sorry. So, any other thoughts on Rashad and Emma?
I really like the beginning. Yeah, I really like this number. Really quickly. So I've been watching a lot of like older dances from the show recently, and I keep on saying this over and over when I do my rankings on Twitter. There's tangos in earlier seasons I tend to prefer over the more recent ones because I hate the EDM laser light tangos. I hate
EDM.
They're
at this point.
They're so boring. They're so boring, and thank God for the severe lack of EDM tangos this season. Like at least most of the tangos we've gotten this season, which is like I can think of 3 off the top of my head: Bonner, Heather, and Rashad. None of them were EDM laser light tangos. None of them. Thank God.
Simone's was, but then again, that's the song.
Yeah, they got terrible song. The Simone's was, but the other 3 weren't. The other 3 were not. Thank God. Yay!
What's next?
Next was.
Next wasn't it? Did you mention next?
Oh,
was that
no.
an EDM? No, it wasn't, right? It was Poker Face.
No, they did Poker Face in Las Vegas week.
Yeah, okay.
That one was cute too.
So many standard tangos this season. Like, why? Like, why are you doing this? Why can't we have the one with the more exciting styles? We've had one Argentine tango all season, and it was tonight.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of ballroom tango. Like as a style, it's probably my least favorite style that they do on the show. But the ones this season, I've really liked. So
yeah, like bring back rumbas. Like we barely do any rumbas anymore, which we talk about next because that's Heather. But like we've had like what 3 rumbas this season.
Off the top of my head, yeah, we've had 3.
4. Nick, Normani, Nick, Bonner, Heather.
Yeah, we've had 4 Rumbas this season now. And
That's pretty much the same. We have like the last 2 seasons before this combined. So I guess we're doing okay.
yeah. Next up was Heather and Max doing the Rumba.
Yep. So I was a little concerned with this one just because it's Waterfalls, and I'm like, how's that gonna be a rumba? But like they kind of changed the song to fit rumba a bit more, which I thought was good. The setup for this was weird. Just because the song is about such heavy subject matter, and then they're like at a bar and they kind of simplified it. Like, I kind of wish they didn't have a setup and they just danced to this without like the whole setup, because then you could like imagine what it's about. Because like them telling you, okay, it's at a bar, it just feels like it cheapens it a bit. A really good dance though. Like I thought it was very, very good. Like I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like I think like a lot of people underestimate Heather as like an actor standpoint, because like she's only done Glee and whatever, but she can do serious stuff. Like she handled her serious scenes on Glee really well, and this was a more serious dance. She did a very good job. Okay, what do you think of the dance itself?
Okay. I tweeted this out. Nobody really responded to it, but would it be reaching to call it one of my favorite Rumbas of all time? Because
no,
it
I think
is.
it might be one of mine too, and I really like rumba, and like I don't know, I really like Normani's rumba this season too, even though there wasn't like that much content. I guess I can't even tell what's rumba content anymore because like I gotta go back and rewatch them. But yeah, like I thought this was good. So I go your turn, like, and it's one of my favorite rumbas too. So go ahead, I'll shut up.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm glad this got all 10s. It absolutely needed that. It has very quickly become one of my favorite Rumbas of all time. I can't even begin to speak proper words about how much I loved this number, guys. I just
Okay.
I can't even like think of words to say.
Yeah, okay, so I was confused that this got all 10s just because there was a lift in there, and Carrie Ann's been very, very thought she was a lift. There was a lift in there.
There was a lift? Where?
There was a lift, and Carrie Ann didn't mention it at all. And I'm like, what is up? Why aren't you mentioning this lift? Like, it's very obvious. Mention the lift, because now I'm just thinking back to all those dances this season. Like, there was a lift, like Hermione got put on the table, or Simone got like did a trick with like lift, and I'm like, hey, I'm mad on their behalf now. I'm like, I'm very confused. What's going on here? And then after this, they're like, okay, the women are in jeopardy, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing there.
That's interesting.
Because like otherwise, if she wasn't going home tonight, I think she would have gotten a 39.
That's interesting.
This dance is pretty much perfect. It's just the lift, and Carrie Ann doesn't like lifts, so it probably would have been 39.
I'm gonna have to like. Did anybody else notice the lift? Because I did not notice the lift. Somebody let me know.
There's a lift. Like her feet came off the floor, which is what Carrie Ann counts as a lift.
Interesting. But
yeah, so that's why I was so confused. But then it kind of clicked in my brain. Okay, that's what's going on.
Right.
So I guess we can. Do we want to? You know what? We're gonna save. Let's save the talk about what happened at the end for the end.
Yeah. Really quickly, I do want to say.
Yeah, I thought this was good. I thought this was deserved. Max actually did a good job with the dance, other than the lift, which was good, because after last week that was classy. Like that was one of the worst choreographed dances in a long time, because we barely danced. But you know, we already talked about that one last week. So next was the result, which they kind of did in the middle of the show, but at least everyone had done their individual dance first, so that was okay. It's just the group dance that kind of would get messed up. And then they were like, okay, someone's going to be in jeopardy. And I'm like, oh my, watch them call the girl group, because they're going last, and it wouldn't be dramatic the other way. And then they're like, call the girl group. And I'm like, yep. And then like my family was talking, I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, the way they're setting up, because if they were going to call a whole team safe, it'd be drama time. So yeah. Because otherwise I would just call individual people safe. If it was a guy going home, I'd probably be like, okay, like we'll call like Nancy and then like 2 guys in jeopardy.
Right.
But like
something
no, like call the girls.
Right. I had this thought when they split up and they did the results right before the group numbers. And I was just like, this is interesting how they're setting this up. And I thought for a split second, you know, maybe they'll call the girl group in jeopardy. And I was just like, Bonner's going home. I don't understand the point of this. And then they called Team Boy Band safe. And ladies and gentlemen, you should have heard the screams that went up in my house when that little tidbit got announced. The screams were real. People might have heard us from the neighbor's house. There was a lot of screaming happening in my household when Team Boy Band got called safe this evening. I am just saying. Might be the reason I sound a little rough at the moment.
Yeah, and then the girls were in Jeopardy, and Simone looked really nervous after that in particular, and I was like worried it was really gonna affect the dance. So I'm like, oh no, but then the boys went, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really paying much attention during this because I was paying attention to Twitter, so I didn't see much of this. I mean, Bonner was kind of off at some points, down, but we all expected that because that was pretty much confirmed in the rehearsals. So, I mean, what did they get? They got 8s and 9s, right? Like
they got 8, 9, 8, 8. They did not tie with the girls. The girls scored 1 point higher. And as my sister just pointed out to me over text message, thank you, Michaela, this continues Artem's winning streak. He has never lost a team dance.
I didn't like Sasha's losing streak.
We have ended Sasha's losing streak.
And I was getting sad. I was like so sad. I'm like, he's been in 3 team dances, he's never won. I'm like, yeah, he finally won. I'm like, Artem won against you, and I'm like, yay.
Artem used his winning streak. He is you, Derek. Fun fact, guys. I'll be completely honest. I wasn't paying much attention to this one either. I was still shook by the results. I couldn't. Yeah,
maybe that was the goal. They're like, okay, let's put the girls up, like, choose the boys after you tell the results, so like get everyone to vote for the girls. I don't know. Like distract like.
The 2 things I can say about this dance was that I found it entertaining, and I was getting up and dancing as soon as Best Song Ever came on, because Best Song Ever by One Direction is my jam. It is one of my many jams. That's it. That's all I got for today, guys.
I just paid attention when the One Direction song came on. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
What song was it? Best Song Ever?
Yeah, it was Best Song Ever by One Direction.
Yeah, I like that one. But yeah, I feel bad. I gotta rewatch that one. I gotta rewatch that. I gotta rewatch Nick's, and I gotta watch Simone's. I think, and maybe Rashad's too. I think I've paid enough attention to everybody else's. I really like this. From what I saw, good job, guys. Bonner kind of was like suck. No offense, Bonner. Well, not that much. He wasn't terrible. It just was kind of behind. Rashad did very well. Like, he's the Justin Timberlake assistant on Twitter. Like, we all knew that. He was kind of like mean, but like David had already done like Candy Shop, and it was jazz and like kind of similar to this. So I think that helped him. Nick kind of loosened up with his jazz last week. I think it helped him like come out and have more fun. So maybe that helped him too. So good for them.
Yeah. I don't
have. Then the girls went, and I paid attention to this one because I knew it was gonna be someone's last dance of someone who's really good. So I'm like, okay, I hope they have fun. I hope they don't screw up too much because they ever told me they're in Jeopardy. Nancy looked quite nervous ever since being told in Jeopardy. Simone looked a little nervous too. I think she was the one who was kind of off at some points. I think, I'm not sure. Maybe like some other people were off. Something, so I couldn't tell. It wasn't. No one was like so off it ruined the dance though, and they all killed it. I think on the girls' side, even if like the choreo wasn't that amazing, it was fine. I liked it.
I will be completely honest. I thought this dance was very cute. I thought the concept was very cute. But I was a little underwhelmed. I'll be completely honest. I was, because this is the most talented lineup of female celebrities that we've had in seasons. And I wanted this I wanted this to be so iconic.
I feel like
and it
because they probably just took over the team dance. And I'm like, I feel bad for saying, because they do it every time. And I'm like, why didn't you let Artem do it? Because, like, Artem's best choreographer this season. And I can't believe how much I'm complimenting Artem this season, because I've had, like, problems with him, like, a lot of problems lately. But, like, now this season, I'm like, yay, I'm back on the Artem train. Like, so I'm like, so why didn't you let him choreograph it? Because I doubt it was him. Because if it was him, we would have seen something different. Can I just say, after, like, okay, so every season we do get team dances, and they're freestyles ever since, like, season 15 was also freestyle. I want them to do, like, you know how last season was like a ballroom team dance?
Yeah.
It was freestyle, but they did it ballroom. I want to see, you know what, they used to send like one style of team dances. I want team fusions. I want 2 styles assigned to a team dance. 2 styles, you can work with them, but yet most of the content has to be one in these 2 or 3 styles, and a song that fits. Like, I feel like that would produce better stuff, because like, in both of them, like, we're just very fluffy. It was just people posing. It's cute. I don't know. It was just very, yeah. Like, they need more structure, I think, because people feel like they can just be lazy at this point. Because, like, the best team dance in the past few years was, in my opinion, was the Team Pass, which was ballroom.
Apparently, you and I are
all kinds of ballroom. So like they were free to do whatever. They did ballroom, and they kept the ballroom for all different ballrooms. So like assigning one style I feel is a little constricting for teen dances, but like saying okay, do whatever, it just feels like go be lazy at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I was very, I don't know. I was mostly nervous during this, but like I could put it aside and watch. Any other thoughts on this? But then now we're gonna get to the sad part.
I thought it was cute. I thought it was entertaining. I was a little underwhelmed because I wanted it to be like so iconic and so wonderful, and I don't think it was quite that. But there's so much talent on that girls' team that I enjoyed it. It scored 1 point higher than the guys, and I thought that was fair. Honestly, I did.
I agree. I have to watch the guys again, but I think I like the girls better just because they were one person wasn't like obviously lagging behind the whole time. And the next happened was they had all the girls go on stage, and then they were like, okay, we're gonna call who's safe and who's eliminated. So they called Simone safe, which was good because then she relaxed after. She relaxed for most of the night, and then she got very nervous about the elimination. I'm glad she can be happy. Normani also was called safe, and then she seemed to calm down a lot more. And then they had Nancy and they had Heather, and both of them looked so upset. Like Heather was smiling. Heather seemed pretty laid back. Like I watched her English. She seemed pretty laid back. She was smiling. She was crying. And then like Nancy just looked scared, like the whole time.
Yeah, she did. She definitely did. I'd like to say something. Comparatively to a lot of other people, I have not been watching the show for that long. This is my 6th, I believe, season regularly watching as a viewer. Like I've been regularly viewing since season 19. So I know I haven't been watching as long as a lot of you have. I know a lot of you have feelings about Sabrina Bryan and her twice too early elimination. But tonight made me realize something. And it is, I am never, ever, ever, ever going to be as angry at the show as I am right now tonight because of Heather Morris's elimination. I have never been this angry at the show before in my life, and I've been very angry at the show before. This pissed me off to an insane degree, and I'm still mad. I'm forever going to be mad about this. It is the most offensive thing I think that this show possibly could have given to me. I feel personally offended by this. I am angry. I am upset.
Can you elaborate a bit? Because, like, I'm sorry. Can you elaborate? Can you elaborate, like, in the sense that, like, was this more about, was this just because, like, there were people way worse than her? Was it something to show the production itself did to, like, add to this? Is there anything?
It was because there are at least 3 people in this competition who could have gone tonight, and I would have been, meh, that's okay. They were going to leave soon anyway. But it's Heather Morris, who is one of the best technical dancers probably to ever do this show, who did one of the best rumbas of all time tonight and made history IMO, and then she gets eliminated. She danced last tonight, guys. Well, she danced last in the individual round. You made it.
It's so weird. This is the first time I think individual round last wasn't safe, but then again, I'm like, I don't know, as if this was like a normal week and it wasn't team dances, and then she would have left right after that. But like, as soon as the list came out tonight, I was like, okay, who's dancing when? Heather's last. I'm like, I messaged Claire. I'm like, Heather's safe, because like, even though I know the team starts, I'm like, I guess there's a small chance, but it seems very unlikely.
You lied to me, Dancing with the Stars producers. You made me think anybody who danced last in the show was going to be safe, and you lied to me. You lied. Heather danced last tonight. She did a perfect dance. And how did you do? And how do you reward her? She gets eliminated. She gets eliminated, and I'm so angry about this.
So here's the thing. Okay. It started. Okay. The first time I seriously watched, like I actually watched the show was because Sabrina. It could have been on, and then like I want to see Sabrina a bit, and then like she got eliminated, kinda, but like not really, because I knew, because like I was like how old? I mean I was Canadian, because I wanted to vote for her, but I couldn't because I was like a kid, and like I couldn't get the phone, and I'm like, oh no, she's gonna go home because like remember I knew her fans were young, and like I was 10 and I knew this, and then she got cut, and then I'm like, okay, she's coming back for All Stars, is she gonna get cut again like that? I'm like, yes. Oh. It was just really annoying because I wish she like made it further in All Stars because they voted her in All Stars, right? She actually had to be voted in over like she was voted over Kyle Massey who came second this season. I don't know. I think one of the boy banders. I don't know. I'm not sure who it was. Maybe it was Ty actually. I don't know who it was. It was a guy. So yeah, she got in and then they kicked her out. But like she actually made it a few weeks. I guess that's fine. It's All Stars. Got announced, and I was gonna actually. This is when I first played. Was gonna be okay. I really gotta watch this show now because like we had Kelly and Zendaya on last season. I'm a fan of them. These other people, and like I was a fan of I think 10 out of 12 people on that season 17. It was with Amber, and then I'm like, well, you're happy, and Courtney I'm happy, and I'm like, they're not gonna get to the end. It's like their fan bases are teens, and then they somehow got to the end, and I'm like, that's such a rarity. So when I heard like, I don't know, and I figured like, okay, so they'll do well because, and like Riker, well, I mean, Riker's mostly known for a band, but he was on Glee. Like, the Glee fan base really likes Riker. He got second. I'm like, okay. And then, like, I thought, and, like, with Heather, I knew she was kind of Sabrina Bryan, but I'm like, well, it's Glee. Like, obviously some adults like Glee because, like, Amber won. Like, Amber won the whole season against, and, like, I don't know. So I had Heather going before the finale. Like, I'm like, Heather's not making the finale. I had her going in 6th.
Well, I mean, you were right.
I didn't think she was going to go this early. Going to actually leave week 6. I had her going in week 6. I had her going, that'd probably be week 8. Even then, I'm like, okay, maybe they're going to push her week 9. But then I'm like, I don't know. Season. I don't know. Like, I go. It's funny because when Max had to leave, like, the week he comes back, she's gone. Because that's just how the show's going to go. And I'm like, surprise. Like, surprise. Okay. I'm not that surprised she left, kind of, well, early for her. Like, Week 8's not early, but, like, early for someone of her talent. But I'm not, I'm surprised she left this early. Kind of not because of last week. And I know because, like, looking at the list of, like, what weeks are important in this season, she was kind of a miss on those. Like, I think she was, her dance with Max the first week I really liked, but I think it was a lot of people forgot it. And it was the Viennese waltz, and it got all 7s, I think. In the first week, she was not a big standout the first week. For Rashad, Simone, and then David was a surprise, and then Bonner was toxic or something. And then the other week was most memorable year, and she did a happy dance. And when you do a happy dance most memorable year, unless it's like, it's rare that you're gonna remember it, and you got to be remembered most memorable year. The only time in recent memory I can think of like a happy dance on most memorable year, like really sang out and doing well, was Sadie and Alfonso. Sadie and Alfonso. Or you gotta be sad, or like just that's just how it has to be. And like Heather didn't do a Glee. She didn't want to do Glee. She didn't want to do anything to do Glee. She was upset to get toxic that one week. She did something that wasn't related to Glee or anything sad at all. That kind of made me worry for her. And I don't know. I was surprised that it was her, like, going into it. I wouldn't have said her. Else, but yeah. So I don't know. So I'm sucking at this. My feelings on this, I wish she didn't get cast at all in a way. Because I know it's not her fault. Like, honestly, I'm not mad at Heather. Like, I know some people are, like, angry at Heather. Because Heather didn't really know about this show, I don't know. Because she didn't know who Max was. I know she like met Max. She's like, oh, here's this guy, it's Max. She wasn't aware of him, and he's one of the bigger names in the show. So, like, I don't know if she'd seen the show. I don't think she realized the whole thing about ringers. I mean, I think she just wanted to go and, like, start dancing again and didn't realize the whole politics of it all. especially with like the Ringer backlash recently after, especially because Lori won last season, so backlash against Ringers again from the get go. But yeah, so like Heather for being on the show. I'm kind of pissed at the producers that they cast someone like this and then like play it up from like they're kind of playing with Heather's emotions. I think like played it up for shock value because they cast Heather like, oh yeah, come on, whatever. She's a professional dancer. She didn't know about when like people wouldn't like her because she's a dancer. She just wanted to come on and dance. And then like I think production knew she wasn't gonna last too long. Like I think production knew she wasn't in the finals or already gonna push for her. So I feel bad for Heather in that sense because like I don't think she knew what she was getting herself into. However, I think she wasn't upset by her behavior or anything. I think she seems like I don't think she's totally devastated by this somehow. I think she's fine. Because she even said the first week, she's like, before she goes on, she's like, if I get kicked off week 1, it's okay, I got to dance. If I get kicked off, it's okay. And like, I mean, I'm sure she's sad and everything, but like, I don't know. I don't think she's like devastated like some other people would be. I think Nancy, if Nancy were to have gone this week, I think it would have been like a lot worse reaction. I think Artem would have been very, very disappointed for them really having someone this good on. I mean, Leah was really good, but like someone like this on the season, like I think it would have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
I think I know this is devastating for a lot of fans. I think Heather's gonna be okay through this. I think she'll be fine. Like I think it might help her career. I mean, like she'll get picked up for something else maybe. I just wish I don't want them to do this again, putting on a professional dancer.
I mean,
I really don't think it's a good idea. Like just like this, because like now with the politics, if it goes back to everyone's okay with the Ringers, then fine. Too weird to me, and then like I'm kind of relieved she's gone, just because like I don't know. I feel relieved in a way.
Like, I feel a little bit differently than you. I don't mind that she was cast. I mean, yeah, she's a professional dancer, but at the same time, like we haven't had like quite as professional dancers on the show before. But I mean, we've had some pretty strong ringers, and I don't see too terribly much of a difference. I really did like her on the show, and I'm very, very miffed at this elimination. I'm going to be miffed until the day I die, and probably beyond that. So,
I mean, I'm sad on her behalf because I don't think her getting eliminated was her fault. I should have said that too. That's why the main reason why I'm upset is because she didn't do anything wrong last week. And like I even said, I think on the blog, like she did nothing wrong here, but I'm giving it this score because of what Max did. And I feel bad because Max is probably gonna go back to being a hypocrite next week and like bashing everyone for their choreo and stuff, of course. But like I'm gonna be so I don't know. I'm just like Max had a ringer and he all hard. Kind of early on, or like early on for a ringer anyway.
I mean, to be fair, last week, like their dance wasn't good. I mean, they didn't really get a great song either, but I didn't like the choreography.
And I mean, it's not her fault, and that's why I'm upset. I am upset about this stuff for other reasons. Because like, if she were to be in like the finals, I'd be like, okay, maybe this is a little much. But like, I don't know. I would feel like her being here for a bit. I would have preferred like, let's say if she was gonna beat 4 people, I would have preferred her to beat like one of the guys and not Erica, because I think Erica really wanted to be here. But like, it's fine. It's just I'm upset because like she came to the show not really knowing about how the fan base works and everything, and then she got eliminated for her not doing anything wrong.
Right.
I don't want to say she's too naive. It's just like she wanted to be here and have fun, and I just feel bad that she got dragged into this. Like I hope she gets to do like I don't know, maybe some other fun show. Maybe she'll do Chopped and be like gets to do some cooking. I don't know. Like I hope she gets something good out of this because like
I'd be really
like I feel bad for her being thrown into this. I know she agreed to, but I don't think she knew what she was getting into in terms of like the
politics, like you said.
Like in the politics of it all. So yeah, I'm not angry at Heather. If I mentioned my friend, I don't want her to be on the show or whatever. I'm not angry at Heather. I don't have no problem with Heather. Like, go Heather. You did anything. I hope you enjoyed yourself. It's just like enough drama this season, I think, without the Heather thing. I would have preferred to get rid of the Bonner drama first.
Mm-hmm.
I would have gotten rid of, because with the Bonner drama, it's going to continue, like, and, like, I don't know, that's going to suck too. But, like, yeah, I mean, I'm sad. I'm kind of relieved. I do feel better now. I think, because, like, I don't know, I like Heather, and, like, one of my favorites out of, like, all the celebrities this season. Like, in the context of the show, there's other people I really, really wanted to see do well. I feel bad for saying this. I think Heather being the first ringer to go, not feel so bad about ringers possibly being eliminated. Like, if Nancy goes next week, I'm gonna be sad. Her not being the first ringer hopefully will help, like, her feel better about it. Maybe, like, I was kind of hoping the whole time Heather would be the first ringer gone. Like, maybe at because we know David's making top 3 or 4, so like top 6. Like, if Heather left week 8, I would be like, okay, and then the third ringer is still in. I mean, not ringers, front runners, because Rashad's not a ringer.
Right.
I don't know. This is gonna, like, this sucks, but, like, again, like in season 17, like, anyone who leaves, if we're gonna leave for the finale now, is gonna be in good time. And, like,
Mm-hmm.
they beat a professional dancer, they can say that.
Yeah,
So, like, I have very mixed feelings in this elimination. Like, basically, too long didn't watch or whatever. On the one hand, I'm relieved to be done with the drama because, like, I'm kind of glad she was the first runner gone, like I said. But on the other hand, I just feel sad for. I feel sad for she didn't understand what going into the show meant. Because maybe if she knew, like, it was this whole thing with her, maybe she wouldn't have done it. I don't know. And, like, and the fact that she like, her fault, like, she didn't do anything wrong in dance. That's not her fault. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling. I don't know. Sad and relieved.
Yeah, I do get where you're coming from. I don't feel exactly the same way. I'm just very about this.
Heather, I'm still gonna support Heather and pretty much whatever else she does. It just, I felt weird about her being on the show. Like, I will, like, watch whatever she's in. Hopefully she gets a good gig soon. Hopefully from the show, like, maybe we'll get something good out of that. Like, I'm excited to see what happens with her next. Hopefully she's back in the spotlight if that's what she wants. I didn't think she would really return to the spotlight because I heard after, like, she like, she wanted to get married and have kids. Well, she's done that now, I guess. But I heard she wanted to, like, raise her kids, and I thought maybe in the future she'd be, like, a big famous choreographer somewhere, like, go do choreography for movies and stuff. She's back in the spotlight. We'll see what she does.
Hopefully. But yeah, that was tonight. I may never be as angry as I am currently at this show ever again. Very miffed.
We'll watch Simone and Rashad leave in the party tonight.
Listen, if
you gonna be that angry? It's Simone and Rashad leaving in the.
Literally stop watching this show. Listen, everybody can put me on the record as saying if Simone and Rashad go in a double elimination in the next couple of weeks, if both of them go in a double elimination, I will stop watching the show permanently, and you all can hold me to
like an extra double. I said the same thing about Bonner winning because someone said, "What if Bonner wins?" And I'm like, "Hey, I'm never watching again."
Bonner.
That's, you know what was interesting though.
What?
When the Jeopardy happened tonight, I thought when they called Normani safe that Nancy was probably gonna leave because I thought they put Max and Val in Jeopardy together just for the drama of it all.
Just for fun, just for funsies. I thought for sure.
I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, I think it's Nancy. Heather.
Wow.
And, like, you know they did the perfect score just because of that. Now, because, like, it would have been a 39 with the lift. Like, let's be honest. But
that.
Yeah.
This kind of begs the question. I know we said we weren't going to talk about Bonner anymore, but I have to go back to it. It does kind of beg the question. He got some pretty decent scores for a rumba that really wasn't much. And it made me and everybody else think that, you know, he's going home because he got 2 8s for that rumba that wasn't really much. Let me put it like this. His rumba got the same scores as his tango, and I thought his tango was a lot better. I'm just saying.
best dance was probably the most memorable year.
Yeah.
I thought this was about as good as Tango, and I gave it a 7. So yeah. I do want to touch on next week because that's gonna be interesting. Okay, so this is what I wanted to get into. So I was talking about like gonna be paying tribute to movie genres. So they'll probably get like a song from a specific movie, but like they'll be paying tribute to genres. So like I'm trying to figure out what the genres are gonna be and what the songs are gonna be. So probably like everyone's gonna get a song iconic to the genre, and I'm pretty sure song artists. And I know everyone wants to put in their money, but I think it's going to Bonner.
Hold up. You cut out a little bit there. What'd you just say about? What'd you say?
I said there's going to be the 50 Shades of Darker dance, the Argentine tango to the Taylor Swift and Zayn song. Everyone's been talking about all season. People want Normani to get it. I think it's going to Bonner.
Listen. Okay, if they're doing tributes to movie genres, let me put it. If they're doing tributes to movie genres, what genre do you think Bonner's gonna get? Just Western. There is no way no way on earth that Bonner is not gonna get Western for his genre next week. There's no way. Of course he's gonna get that. And it'll be like the theme to Blaze
Western. Please give Bonner Western. Please give Bonner Western. I don't care how cheesy it is. I don't want him getting that song. Because, like, I don't know. Yeah. So I'm thinking about other genres. I know I mentioned Jive to Shout for comedy.
That'd be cute.
The one dance I really wanted next week, which I know I'm not getting because everyone has done Cha-Cha. Hooked on a Feeling, Guardians of the Galaxy Cha-Cha. I really wanted that. I've been waiting for that for years.
It would fit in because Guardians of the Galaxy is
too. It would fit in perfectly. It'd be the superhero movie genre, which they should totally do. And now I'm scared they're gonna do it, but they're gonna, because I feel like they're gonna do Guardians of the Galaxy. Because Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is coming out in like a month. They promoted Cars 3. Guardians of the Galaxy is under Disney umbrella. They have to do it. So what are they gonna do? Are they gonna do like a jazz? Are they gonna do salsa? What are they gonna do?
Could be.
If they get it, I wonder who it's gonna be. Because I feel like it might be Nick being Star-Lord, or they might get one of the girls to be, is it Gamora? Gamora?
Who would make a good Gamora? Maybe Simone?
I think Simone or Normani.
That's a pretty decent idea.
I don't really see Val as a Star-Lord. I see Sasha more as Star-Lord than Val. Although ideally I was hoping Mark would do this dance one day. He's not on the season. Mark or Derek would suit this well.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
So yeah, the only pro I can see, the male pro I can see being Star-Lord is Sasha. So I guess like if it's a male celebrity, I'm scared it's gonna be Bonner, but like he's getting romance, so it'll be fine.
Yikes.
I'm cool with David doing that. Like I just don't want Bonner to do it, and I don't really think Val fits Star-Lord, so maybe not Normani. Artem doesn't either, but like, well, maybe he does. I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he could be Chris Pratt. I'm cool with Nancy getting it because I feel like they might do. I mean, they might pick another like awesome mix song.
There you go.
They hit the race, I guess. But I have a feeling they're gonna do that movie. Like I don't see them not, because like Marvel movies have any like pop songs or like songs you can really do a dance to like that. Like I can't really think of one. So it's probably that. I'm trying to think. So what else is there gonna be? There's probably gonna be comedy. There's probably gonna be drama.
Do you think they'll do like
romance.
Do you think they'll do maybe like this seems kind of redundant and probably won't happen. Do you think they'll maybe do like a musical movie tribute and give somebody La La Land?
Oh, probably. Yeah, that's happening. La La Land confirmed. I want it to be Nancy and Artem.
That would be so cute if they got La La Land.
I want it to be Nancy and Artem. Like, I won't accept anyone else getting La La Land. I'm sorry.
That'd be really cute. I'd be really into that.
Unless it's like Rashad doing like something to someone in the crowd, because like, and that's a fun dance.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I was thinking someone could do animation, and like that's a ton of animated movies.
Mm-hmm.
Except for one, they did like one half animated movie, so one live action. What about? So there's 7 people left. Is someone gonna do horror? Is there like a horror soundtrack song they could dance to?
Well, the first thing that came in my mind and it would be blasphemy to redo this song, but you may recall a certain tango done in season 13 to the theme from Psycho.
I don't remember that. I'm sorry. I don't remember season 13 at all, really. I didn't see it live, and I barely remember anybody on it.
I think it's one of Derek's more iconic dances. He did it with Ricky Lake, and it was a tango. Yeah, to the theme from Psycho.
Okay. Oh, you know what we're probably getting? We're probably getting a James Bond theme. That's
Please
happening.
give that to Rashad. Please.
He needs a fun dance.
Okay, right. You're right. Give it to Nick. Give it to Nick.
I see him getting that, or I see either Rashad getting it or Normani being a Bond girl, or maybe Nancy. I don't see Simone getting it. I don't see David getting it. Maybe Nick, and I don't see Bono getting it. Not Simone or Nick. What about a sports movie?
Obviously, would have to go to David.
Yeah, Team Blades of Glory.
Hey.
Maybe they can do a Blades of Glory tribute. Oh my gosh! You know what? No. We need "I Believe I Can Fly" for Space Jam.
Oh, Warner Brothers would never, but that would be amazing.
Bugs Bunny for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. They can do it for Santa.
You know what? You gave me an idea. If they wanted to do film noir, if they want to do like a film noir, they could do Roger Rabbit, and somebody could do Why Don't You Do Right?
Ooh, that would be definitely. You know who would definitely get that though? Bonner. Because Sharna's Jessica Rabbit.
Because Shauna's got the Jessica
Rabbit. I'm trying to think of what other genres we got. Could we do like, I don't know, what other genres are there? I'm sure there's more. I mean, like, I'm trying to think, because I thought horror because I had this mask. If they do a horror movie, if they manage to find a Friday the 13th music, I'll wear this for next week's podcast. I got the machete and everything.
Oh my god.
Maybe someone will do like with last season. Maybe someone will do Wizard of Oz. That's a classic movie. Well, that's not really a genre though. That's a new genre. It's a. We gonna get Singing in the Rain again. I hope we don't.
We'll see.
But we might, because, you know, R.I.P. Debbie Reynolds.
That's true.
Star Wars Dance the Cantina song, Charleston. That has to happen. I know it happened on Strictly, but I need someone to do it.
That'd be amazing.
I mean, we can't give it to Bonner because he already ruined it, Charleston, so we can't give it to him, so we're safe from that. So I think anyone else getting it would be fun. I just don't know who would. Maybe Simone and Sasha.
That'd be cute. I could get with that.
I think Rashad and Emma should get it, but if not, then Simone and Sasha, because that'd be a fun dance for Rashad.
I think so too.
Any other things you can think of? Are they gonna do? They already did Great Gatsby, so they're not gonna do that genre.
I mean,
they're doing.
Go ahead. I'm
just thinking. Maybe like a drama, but like what kind of drama?
I don't know. Maybe like a. I don't know, actually. I really don't.
So for romance, I just thought of another one they could do. The theme from Ghost.
That song was used kind of recently. Who did that? It kind of recently. Not like super, super recently, but like kind of recently.
They used like, there's a song that's similar. And there's a song that was like, the Ghost is Oh My Love, whatever, and then the other one, the one that sounds similar is Never Tear Us Apart. That was Lindsay and season 16, but that's not the same song.
Somebody definitely danced to Unchained Melody kind of recently.
Oh yeah, Unchained Melody, yeah.
What?
It was Never Tear Us Apart, or yeah.
I remember. Betsy and Tony danced to Unchained Melody in season 19 on movie night. I remember.
Yes, they did. Yes, sorry. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I was just like, who did that? And I was just like going, like, when was the last time we did a movie night in season 19? And it hit me. Okay. Well, they could still do Ghost. Still use it.
If they're gonna do another Pixar one, because they did pick. I mean, they already did Disney. They probably do another Disney one. Spider-Man one. Ratatouille theme. That's a really good one.
There you go.
You should listen to it. Because, like, they did Up the last movie night. Are they going to do Austin? Well, they wouldn't do Austin Powers again. They already did Gold Member and they already did the other theme song. That's soon.
Oh, those are great dances, both of those. I love them.
Maybe they'll do Footloose because Julianne was in the remake.
Okay.
Because we haven't
Hey,
had Footloose dances. I don't think we've ever done Footloose, have we, on this show? I don't think we've ever heard it, have we?
Nobody's ever done Footloose on the show ever. It would be
What
totally
else we should do that they've never done before that I can't believe it? The Mask.
Yeah, definitely. Somebody needs to do the
Gotta
Mask.
do the Mask. Like,
Nobody's ever done that.
It's a Bonner. Like, no one's done anything. It's not an iconic. You can't ruin it.
Yeah.
Mask
Yeah.
Bonner, I'm done. By the way, if they actually do that, like, I'm done. I don't need the Mask.
They would use the Mask. They used it last year. Last year? Yeah, it was last year.
They did it with style. And he won, and that was probably his worst dance.
That was by far his worst dance.
It was like, what even was that? I'm trying to think of what other movies we could do. Like, I'll see if there's any rumors that come up. Community. I think it's Normani, or maybe Simone, or maybe Rashad. I feel like it has to be one of those three. I feel like they wouldn't save Nancy. I would love it for it to be Nancy. But like, I feel like they wouldn't save her.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. So yeah, I haven't seen anything what next week is. We're gonna find out Thursday, I guess, because it's Thursday now.
Yeah, and then we have immunity dances next week. So I guess the real question is, who's gonna win immunity?
Oh my god. And then are we gonna get another shock elimination? Because like, I'm not going home. Normani's not going home. I'm a little worried for Simone. She'll be okay.
I think Simone will be fine. I think Simone will be fine.
And then we got Nancy. I'm a little worried about. Okay, I'll go back to this. In my stats I did on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, across all platforms overall, or the second least, has been eliminated, and Nancy was very, very much in trouble last week.
Interesting.
Like, we were really, really worried. That's why I was half expecting it to be her tonight. I think I'll DM you them, Hannah. Sorry, I'm not going to show everyone publicly till the end of the season, because I don't want people going and stealing it for their faves. Harmony fans are already doing that with the fake grannies. You don't need that again. Yeah. But like, Nancy might be in trouble next week, and I've already noticed some people complaining about her whining on Twitter.
Oh no.
I swear to God, okay, like, if Nancy goes next week, I want them to skip the duets this season. Heck, even if Nancy stays. Actually, yeah. If Nancy, here's the thing. Nancy stays next week, and one of the three on the guys on the bottom leaves. Who's to ride next week need to be paired together for the duets, and they need to let the front runners stay with the front runners, because otherwise, two front runners are going to be together, and the other two are going to get the other people. So,
yeah.
Honestly, though, if Nancy leaves next week, it's going to be a front runner with some person not doing very well, and it's just going to be awkward. And yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how next week goes.
For the trios, though.
My sister and I had this conversation earlier. We were making jokes like, gee, I wonder who Max and Heather are going to pick for their trio. I bet it won't be out.
Like, I was wondering if they were going to, like, the production was going to try and, like, help them stick around. They could do that, but then no, they're done. Get some publicity. Watch them try and kick Simone next week, so they get even more. If Simone goes next week, like, if Simone or Rashad were to have left tonight, or Normani too, I would have been, like, done with this season. Like, I'm being like, no.
Yeah, there's.
I don't know who stood out tonight. Dance was Heather.
Heather stood out tonight.
Heather went home.
Okay.
will just root for their default favorites, like whoever
Yeah.
their favorite was before. Because I think that at this point I'm also doing that anyway.
Okay, if you were asking me to pick my favorite of the night that is not Heather, I would go Normani. My second favorite, probably Rashad and Simone. And Nancy.
And Nancy, I like too.
Mm-hmm.
Those four, and then the other three are like, out of the three on the bottom, my favorite was by far David.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch all these dances.
Who do you think is going next week? And like the two are gonna be.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna say two because if one of them gets immunity, they can't be eliminated.
Okay.
I'm thinking,
based on this week's scores and what we know now about Bonner's voting fan base to at least get him past Heather, I'm going to go ahead and say that Nick is going to be eliminated next week. If it's not him, I'll say Bonner. Nick is my first.
I kind of agree. I think Heather being eliminated helped the ringers this week.
Mm-hmm.
It helped the rest of them get votes. Because you can see, are going home now. So it's going to be like, I don't know, is this going to be like season 17, where for the next few weeks we send ringers home, and then we got like 2 ringers left with like the 3 guys on the bottom? Because like, I'm not here for that. Like, I don't want them again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was rewatching some season 17 videos to him, just like, this season is entirely wrong. Just the elimination order is so wrong.
One season, it just like the elimination order sucked.
It did.
It's funny because like I've been saying that about Survivor people, you'll know that's kind of a debate. Like, is a season good if the elimination order sucks? Like the season 17 still was a good season. Do you think seasons? I think season 17 had like one of the best winners. So one of the most exciting winners in Amber.
Yeah, I agree with that. But like,
the order is kind of sucky. Is it still a good season? Is it better because it's more unpredictable? Is it worse because we're stuck with like not as good dancers? Is it about personality? Like, I guess like if you're watching, like tweet us about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Post in the comments if you're watching this after the fact.
Please. All right, so
I think we're almost done here. It's now 12:13 a.m. my time. I think your time too.
Yeah, my time too. All right, I think we're just about wrapped up. Tonight's guys.
I'll probably be in like a costume or a mask again.
Watch him pull up Friday the 13th. Suddenly I'm talking to Jason.
Yeah, I'll do this.
Be pretty lit.
Can you still hear me?
Be pretty lit.
Can you still hear me when I have the mask on though?
What?
Hear me when the mask is on?
And you froze.
Hear me when the mask is on?
What?
I'm frozen.
You're frozen a little bit.
Can you still hear me when the mask's on?
Yeah, I could still hear you when the mask was on.
So maybe I will then. I don't know. We can discuss this like when we're not live. So we're gonna turn off the live part now. So bye everybody.
Bye everybody. Tonight sucked. Go over your faves.
Yeah, tonight was just so boring. Even like, I mean, the elimination made it kind of interesting at least, but like the night was just so boring anyway.
Tonight sucked, guys. Go vote for your faves. Peace out. See you next week.
Better, but the dance offs, which I hate, so not holding my breath.